What's going on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all platforms? Welcome to another episode of New York Giants Full Access with your boy Big Pat Sports Talk. And after the NFL draft, we're taking Abdul Carter number one. Could the New York Giants, number three, could the New York Giants have the best defensive line front in the NFL? We're going to talk about it right after the intro. Let's get into it.
I'm in red form, in a red state, such a red case on a red song. In a shared space with my shareholders, cause we share a bond. Spiritual healthcare, that's real self-care, you won't care for.
I got my Mets hat on to the back. Y'all already know where we going with the stats.
Any artist that's talking garbage and try to curse us, y'all follow a wave and do whatever's current. I follow his ways, I know my turn is coming.
Welcome to New York Giants Full Access. All right, welcome to an episode of New York Giants Full Access. New York Giants did their thing in the NFL draft. And one thing that they did was they enhanced the trenches on the defensive side of the ball respectfully during the NFL free agency by bringing in Chauncey Golston, Ledbetter, Ricky Anderson. But in the draft, they solidified it by bringing in Abdul Carter and Darius Alexander with pick 3 and pick 65, respectfully. So you add those guys to Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns, and Kayvon Thibodeau, and I think we have one of the most fierce fronts going into this 2025 NFL season. Our edge rushers with Abdul Carter, Kayvon Thibodeau, and Brian Burns, I think we have a trio of edge rushers here that we haven't had here since we had people like Justin Tuck, O.C. Umenyiora, Jason Pierre-Paul. Then, we had Matthias Kiwanuka, Strahan, and O.C. and Tuck with that first Super Bowl. I think we have so much versatility with our defensive line now that we added those pieces. And I think we're going to get after quarterbacks this upcoming season. For one, let's just start talking about Brian Burns. Brian Burns is super active, has a bevy of moves, super fast off the edge, and he gets after the quarterback. Now, does he have a bunch of sacks and a bunch of sack production since he's been here with the New York Giants? No, because we were always down. Our offense always allowed the other team to be able to run the ball, and guess what? We couldn't stop the run. So you have to earn the right to get after the quarterback. But when he had a chance to get after the quarterback, he got after him. Strip sacks, spin moves to the inside, getting after the quarterback, creating havoc, creating pressure. I think Brian Burns is going to have a pretty good season, knowing that he has Thibodeau and Abdul Carter on the other side of him this year. I'm looking for Brian Burns, to do Brian Burns things and look to be super effective. I'm looking for some Spider-Man celebrations. Can he get up to 12 to 15 sacks this year? We'll see. I do believe he's going to create a lot of pressure. He has one of the highest pressure rates, even from last season. And even when they were able to run the ball up and down the field. So with Brian Burns, I'm expecting a big season from him, man. And I expect this Giants defense to lead the league in sacks. I actually do, because we were leading the league in sacks last year for like the first 8 to 9 weeks, So Brian Burns, I'm expecting a lot of you out of this season, and we'll see. Now we're going to talk about Kayvon Thibodeau. News been reported during the draft that the New York Giants picked up his 5th-year option. Now, coming off a lackluster season last year because of an injury, I think he missed like 6 games. The season prior, though, he had 10.5 sacks in Wink system, so he's going to have to adapt to Bowen's system, and we're going to need him to step up this year. We're going to need him to step up to be that edge rusher that we drafted him number 5 overall. I think with adding Abdul Carter, I think this should be motivation for him, to get it going, because you're going to want that big contract. And so whether you get that big contract here with the New York Giants or not, it's going to determine by your play these next 2 seasons, especially this season. You do have that security of your 5th-year option being picked up, so you do have 2 seasons to get it going before there's a big decision on your next contract, which I know you wanted to be a big contract because you wanted to be one of the premier edge rushers in the game, and I still think you can. That's why they gave you your 5th-year option, which I do believe which was a very, very, very good thing to do for you. But now you're going to have to step up. And the thing that's in question is your hustle when it comes to plays. They say you take plays off. You don't hustle all the time the way you're supposed to. You don't hold the edge the way that you're supposed to when it comes to those RPO type plays, where we have a lot of 2 teams that do that particularly well over here with the Washington Commanders and the Eagles. And that's where we see some of your struggles come into play, and allowing people like Brian Robinson and Saquon Barkley to go off. Now, is that all your fault? No. It can't possibly be all your fault because there are 11 other men on that field. But I think we need you to be a little bit more aggressive and, continue to play through the whistle. Now, whether that is very true that you don't play through the whistle, we'll see this year, because you're around some young gunners that's going to be playing hard and, playing crazy. The savages, as our 3rd pick, Darius Alexander said. So we're going to see what you do this year, Kayvon Thibodeaux. I'm looking for you to get back to form, getting back to that 10-plus sack level. Now, Dexter Lawrence. Before he got hurt last year, he had 9 sacks in 9 games at the defensive tackle position, the nose tackle position. See, Dexter Lawrence is always going to be the key. He's the best player on this defensive line, and it's not even close. He's the only All-Pro and consensus All-Pro. And when you go across the league, everybody says that he's the best defensive tackle in the game, and I don't blame them for saying that. They're absolutely telling the truth. So our edge rushers are going to get a supreme boost by having the best nose tackle in the game. He's taking on double teams and still getting pressure on the quarterback. So Dexter Lawrence, I'm not worried about him at all. As long as he's healthy, he's good. He'll be good as long as he's healthy. And him being healthy, taking on those double teams, allowing our edge rushers to get those one-on-ones. Our edge rushers have to win those one-on-ones this year in order for us to be the best defensive line in football, which I am predicting right here on New York Giants Full Access. It's not too much you have to say about Dexter Lawrence. He goes out there, he handles business, and he's going to be an All-Pro for a long time. So now let's get to our 2 rookies. First, let's talk about Abdul Carter. When you look at Abdul Carter's film, man, that dude gets off the ball faster than I have seen somebody get off the ball in a very long time. Like, he gets off the ball like crazy. So he has off-ball linebacker ability as well, which makes it to where we can put Brian Burns, Thibodeaux, and Carter on the field at the same time, because we can line him up in the middle of the field and let him just burst up the middle. And while you're trying to double team Dexter Lawrence, he gets one-on-one with a guard that is way too slow to block him. Then we got Brian Burns coming off the edge. Then we got Thibodeaux coming off the edge. I don't see any reason why we can't get after the quarterback this year and make people adjust to us this year. All we have to do is stop that run. If we can continue to get you in 3rd and 6s, 3rd and 7, if we get you in 3rd and long, we should be able to get off the field just by sending 4 or maybe 5 if you want to mix something up. We can use Abdul Carter to be that spy, even if you're in a 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 4 to stop people like Jaden Daniels and Jalen Hurts or Dak Prescott from trying to take off. He has that much speed to where I am confident to where if he's spying Jaden Daniels, we should be pretty good. Will he stop him every time? No, but he's not going to go off like he had last year against us if we got Jalen Carter in the spy going and making sure Jaden Daniels doesn't take off. We shouldn't have plays to where people like Joe Burrow could get a 35-yard touchdown scrambling. So Jalen Carter, man, Abdul Carter, he's going to be dynamite for us this year and make our front seven so fierce, bro. Great pick at number 3, considering the circumstances that I now know about the Giants when it comes to taking the quarterback. Consider those circumstances, we did the exact thing that we should have done at the number 3 position after getting more information about the whole quarterback fiasco. Now, our other hot shot rookie, a guy that we spoke to at the Senior Bowl, Mr. Darius Alexander. Another fierce competitor, another guy that can go out there and stop the run and actually get after the quarterback as well. And he is going to benefit tremendously from Dexter Lawrence. Now, will he come out there and be the automatic starter? We'll see. In the NFL, you do have to go out there and earn your playing time. And he's got to go against people like Chauncey Golston, Chapman, Nacho, Sears Anderson. We'll see what Mr. Darius Alexander does. I think he's going to be dynamite as well as soon as he gets acclimated to the system. But I think we have a bunch of beasts and a bunch of savages, as they call themselves, on the defensive line front this season. Our front seven should be one of the best front sevens in the game as long as we can hold the edge in the run game. And that goes for Thibodeau, Abdul Carter, and Brian Burns. And it's been documented they all have struggles at holding the edge in the run game. So hopefully people like Darius Alexander can help that and help these guys hold that edge to where we can continue to get you in 3rd and longs this season. If we get you in 3rd and long, we should be off the field. With Paulson Adebo, Nubin, Holland, Banks, Phillips, man, we should be a dominant defense going into this season. So I'm going to be excited to see what we do in this front seven. Can't wait for this season to start. The Giants, maybe they on their way back up, man. You never know. But this has been New York Giants Full Access with your boy Big Pat Sports Talk. Go over to the Aboriginal Sports Network, man, where you can find me, NYG, Man Cave, TP, and the whole Aboriginal crew over there on the Aboriginal Sports Network, where you get our content together. Man, we like the Avengers, man. Go over there and see what we talking about on the Aboriginal Sports Network, where we got a bevy of shows. Also, you can catch Giants Conversations with me and NYG22 over on the Aboriginal Sports Network as well. But until the next episode of New York Giants Full Access, exclusively here on my personal channel, Big Pat Sports Talk. Y'all know what it is, man. Peace.
I'm in red form, in a red state, such a red case on a red song. In a shared space with my shareholders, cause we share a bond. Spiritual healthcare, that's real self-care, you won't care for.
I got my Mets hat on to the back. Y'all already know where we going with the stats.
Any artist that's talking garbage and try to curse us, y'all follow a wave and do whatever's current. I follow his ways. I know my turn is coming.
Welcome to New York Giants Full Access.